What's the secret ingredient to all your success?
There's no secret ingredient. There's just coincidence. When I was growing up, I always figured I'd be some sort of engineer or work in science in some manner, and climbing would be my side thing. But as I got older and became more successful, those roles kinds of switched. I love doing movements really well. I love feeling like I'm climbing well, and to me that means exerting the least amount of energy on any given move. And that applies to hard boulders and also easy boulders. I feel like as a student, I'm very good at mimicking what I see. That helped me a lot in climbing, and I think it helps me a lot in my other hobbies. So, I mean, probably to a fault, I focus on the details of doing something well. And sometimes in some things it brings me a lot of joy, like in climbing or in my other hobbies, but sometimes it brings me a lot of stress, like getting peanut butter and jelly to the corners and edges of the bread. You know, I spend a lot of time focusing on these meaningless details. But in some aspects, the meaningless details are what separates a master from an advanced. My favorite path towards mastery is mastering the basics first. And I try to do that before I move on to more complicated things, whether that be in climbing, kendama, or chess. And like even chess, it seems like all mental, but there are a lot of basic things that if you master and they become intuitive, the more complicated scenarios, you can break them down. And you can even train the way that you think about a chess problem in more basic ways that you can then apply to complicated things in chess or in life. I enjoy watching masters practice their craft. I'm like analyzing their technique, and I'm appreciating just how well they have mastered their given passion.
Not bad.
So there's a saying in Fontainebleau that goes something like, doing the boulder is the first step, understanding the boulder is the goal. And I love that concept, and I'm always trying to understand a boulder as best I can. This past year has allowed me to focus a lot more on the bigger picture of myself as a climber. Focus on the weaknesses. I've added a lot of things to my routine that I normally wouldn't do. Things like Olympic lifting, trying to gain like full body strength, doing cardio circuits. Focusing on these things other than climbing have not only improved my climbing, but they've given me pride in feeling like a more well-rounded athlete. Being a professional in any sport is, in one way, a very selfish pursuit. You have to value your own progression in a sport over a lot of other things in life. You know, what am I really contributing to society or to my friends and family around me? And aside from all the existential questions I could ask myself, I will continue to pursue climbing. So I guess the best I can hope for is that doing what I love can inspire others to do the same. I have started to see how many people look up to me and how many young climbers view me as an inspiration, and that means the absolute world to me, because I will have contributed something to the generation to follow, and hopefully by inspiring them, I'll have set them on a path towards a fulfilled life. I'm Nathaniel Coleman, and this is how I rise.